priestess of the void. Everyone, 'tis me, Krista, or a story whispered, your local garden variety whispered magic maker. I hope you're well. If you're listening now or ever in the past and would like to comment or like or subscribe as a method of hello, that is entirely welcome. Otherwise, let's get started. To begin with this very simple ritual, you'll need a bowl and a place to sit. A cup will do in a pinch. Find a place to sit that is comfortable to you and quiet, where you can be undisturbed for a good 10 minutes. Hold this bowl in your lap. Are you lonely? Are you dissatisfied? Are you waiting for something that doesn't have a name, but you know it is absent? There's a hole just its shape within your chest, and there's no answer as to what will fill it. If anything can, or if anything will, if it can ever be anything other than what it is. If you already started a list, made a plan, have you already started trying to fix it? You're going to take away the shocking power of the void and replace it with a cheap, frightened, pale pink insulation, a fiberglass of the soul. I hope not. Now, holding your bowl, speak into it and say, to the void and empty parts of me, I say welcome. I say take your time. Then just take a breath. Be in your quiet space. I know it's uncomfortable. I know you want to get up. I know you already wonder what the point is, or you know what the point is and you figured it all out. And you're ready to be done because you have the answer. You just can't tell what that answer is. I am in such a place, in this strange reality where my life has shifted yet again. I find myself looking out around what is for me and what is for others, feeling I've come through a dark forest to see the wide open world, and what I find, what greets me, is a gap. I find in almost all directions I can look a gaping, hungry void. Once I went to a tarot reader, a shaman. She told me quite sincerely that this was a part of my mission in life, where my unhappiness might pause, where my happiness would become real to me. It would come from seeing the emptiness, the gaps in the world, the intermissions, the places where I am not enough, where others are not enough, where we don't have enough, where there's just a space. And I would find that peace, that happiness, not by rushing in to those spaces and filling them with stones or talk or noise, promises of service, but instead becoming a priestess, letting the void be what it is, honor the nature of the void. And this can mean choosing to remain empty, perhaps to remain full of nothingness. So this is rather important, this seemingly useless thing. As we sit here with a bowl in our lap, this empty bowl is actually an incredible thing. It is actually a very real gift. Find ourselves capable of what we're doing just this minute. sitting still and holding the emptiness. Of course, this bowl may hold hot and nourishing soup, may hold a lit match cast aside after a candle takes the flame, may hold popcorn that you will share and your beloved's hand will touch yours for the first time and you'll know them as they are, your one true love. It may hold hair that you cut when you shear it all off, announcing that it's falling out too fast to matter anyway. It may hold toys or bath water or pancake batter or a drip from the ceiling. It can do 1,000 things. But for now, like us, like the spaces we don't know what to do with within ourselves, we ask nothing of it. For we are not tools needing to be put to work. There are no eternal service contracts to fulfill. No mother's voice tisking us for our laziness. Isn't it absurd how uncomfortable it is to not be marching towards or running away from our lives? To be instead just in them, living them, observing the places of emptiness in our hands and in ourselves. Our anxiety can energize a form of terror at stillness, at calm, at an idea that we are wasting potential and productivity. So we fill our bowls and our brains with hurried, unconsidered, half-baked doings. We rush so that no one sees us empty, hungry, wanting, unsure. And our lives become uncomfortable as the void shifts. And for all our avoidance, for all our overwhelm, our lives become far more uncomfortable because the void will shift to emerge somewhere or somehow else. That's the nature of the thing. It is empty. You can try and fill it. You could pour into it. But it's not ready to be filled. It won't be. Till it's ready to change and transform to something other than a void. You'll never get there. The earth understands this. The earth is the first priestess of nothingness. She lets the Grand Canyon be. And are our pains and our split hearts and the fissures left oozing within our calendars and our big plans, and time and circumstance tear it all asunder, any less grand than that? The hurt may be down in the void, the need, the untold business of our lives. The void is never really empty, but it may take us more time and tenderness. The void is never really empty, but it may take us more time and tenderness than those around us may seem to allow. Grief does not have a timetable. Transformation does not have a timetable. Discovering the one true love will stroke your hand beneath the popcorn. There's no timetable for that. We have to accept some things just have to be. Some parts of our lives are just empty. And we try and fill it with shame. All the pebbles of shame you might kick into it. All the stones of regret. All the big projections and the big ego. Void is the void. Kind of deserves a degree of reverence. Something so out of our control. yet so present in our lives. Can you feel the magic in the maybe? Sit for a bit with the thoughts of where the void lives in you. Forgive yourself for thinking you needed to change this, to close this, to be okay. You can be okay just as you are, just holding this bowl, just holding that part of your life that you haven't gotten right yet, just holding the part of your life that's been harmed and cut open. We can keep going while holding this space, just like we can hold this bowl in our lap. We can forgive ourselves for not knowing what needs to be there. We can do that by knowing the void needs to be there. It needs to be just as it is for now. When the time comes to push, we'll know. To close the ritual, say aloud, and in this graceful unknowing, may I come to know what is right, what is called to fill the gap. May the void hold itself as empty until its purpose in my life is complete. And stand up, do a little shake with your bowl, and be better for it. Thanks for listening. I wish you well. Catch you next time.